All right, welcome back to Duty's Daggers. Today we're taking a look at three new releases here that have, not super duper new, but they've been, in the last month or so. These knives have been sent to me free of charge by the makers, so big thanks to them. And let's take a look at them. First up, we've got the Kansept Mini Main Street. This thing is really cool. The Main Street has always been a design that I really liked. I owned a full-size Main Street for a while before I gave it away, and this is just a good-looking knife, no matter how you slice it. It's just a good-looking knife. Even the mini version, it's the exact same thing, just shrunken down. But if you can imagine this like in a big full-size knife, yeah, it's just really good. Neutral handle, really wicked sheep's foot slash Warncliffe blade. It just has a really mean kind of wicked look to it. Now this mini version is really good for just like a little pocket, kind of razor fixed blade or razor blade pocket talon thing. It's just great in a pinch grip. Put your pointer finger up on the spine there. Get a lot of pressure into the tip for opening boxes, doing utility cuts. And it's actually big enough. You have enough blade there that you can do some cutting too if you want to cut some cardboard down or something. I can get almost a full grip on it. It's more of like a 3-finger knife. I can almost squeeze 4 on there. Actually, yeah, I can squeeze 4 on there if I really wanted to like really, grip this thing and push through cardboard. I could. It's more of a 3-finger knife though. I would mostly use this in a pinch grip just like this. And it's perfect for that. It's got a crossbar lock, and we have some Ultim scales. There's different options for the scales, but I think these Ultim ones look really cool because you can see the inner workings of the knife. You can also see that this crossbar lock is adjustable. See those extra holes there? How cool is that? I didn't know Kansept was doing that, so that's awesome. Since it's small, I probably wouldn't dial it up much stronger, just because of the size. But I mean, you have the option. You have the option. It's on the weakest one right now, the very, lowest setting. So that's great. You have room to go up if you want. Blade steel is 154 cm. Really nice semi-reflective stonewash on the blade there. Looks really good. Great sharpening choil. I mean, look how far away that plunge grind is from the edge where it ends. And that's the same on the full-size one, so that's awesome. Full liners, deep carry pocket clip, not inset, but that should be fine. This is a Dirk Pinkerton design. I just saw right now it says Little Main Street instead of Mini Main Street, so I guess that's technically the little. So how does it feel for action wise? It's a small knife, so it's going to feel a little bit crammed when you're manipulating it, but it's really not bad once you get used to it. For thumb flicking it, I kind of, on a bigger knife, I would kind of get behind it like this with the meat of my thumb. Since it's so small, I kind of go use my thumbnail, flick it out that way. But whatever's comfortable to you. Might be too small to reverse flick. Yeah, you can kind of get it. The crossbar lock, you have to get used to it. You kind of have to like brace the butt against your palm here and then pull down like that. So it just takes a little getting used to, and because it's so small, it's not as easy to manipulate as it would be if it was bigger. But yeah, this is a really fun little knife. This would be a really good 5th pocket carry. I mean, you could get away with it being a primary carry, really, if you wanted to. But for me, this would be like a fifth pocket carry, and I really like it. Whoopsie daisy. All right, next. This is a new blade from Rosecraft. It's actually a re-release, kind of. This is the Beaver Creek Barlow. This is a really nice Barlow pattern with a sheep's foot. I love this swedge. Look at that fat swedge up there. That looks so good. This is in D2 blade steel, and it is now in their gray bone. Before it was in their, I forget what they call it. It's like applewood bone or something, I think. But now it's in their gray bone, which looks really nice. You have the big RC kind of brand type thing right there. And I think it's the same as the one with the apple wood, for some reason it looks a little different. Maybe this is darker or something, this lettering. I can't quite put my finger on it since I don't have my other Beaver Creek here right now. I think I gave it away. But this is a great knife. Look how perfectly centered it is. Really nice. The walk and talk is great. Probably about a 6 or a 7 on the pull strength. It's nice and snappy. You know, all the stops are well defined and crispy. It's just a great pattern. You know, very classic sheep's foot blade. Nice and thin behind the edge. Really thin. These are all slicers. All the Rosecraft blades are slicers. Great fit and finish on the back spring, just like they all are. You know, it's a fit and finish that we've come to love from Rosecraft. It's just good. They're cute. Their quality control is good. Their fit and finish is good. They just do it well. They do it better than Case, that's for sure. I know I say that every time, but it's kind of interesting. Like you'd expect this really old, you know, USA slip joint manufacturer that's been around for a long time. You'd think they would have, you know, better fit and finish than something like this, but they don't. So there you go. If you're looking to get into slip joints and you want to try one that's a little less expensive than maybe a GEC or something like that, this is the best way to go. These are around $50 each, and you're going to get much better quality here than from like Rough Rider or you know, some of those lower end slip joints. These are going to be much better. The fit and finish is better. You're getting D2 instead of whatever Rough Rider uses. Who knows, but it's definitely worse than D2. So yeah, this is great stuff. Great pattern. Very classic slip joint here. Next up, the last one is the Vosteed Acorn. Check this out. I like this one. This is really ergonomic. It's got contoured scales and a very generous choke-up area. So this thing really melts in your hand. You can grip this as hard as you possibly can. You're not getting any hot spots. Really nice choke-up area. This is just a very comfortable knife. It's got deep carry clip, the Vosteed clip that I always say that I love, and I do. It's inset there. It's got some kind of bronzed accents. I don't. Let's see. Is this? I don't know what that is. It seems to be magnetic, so it's not brass. It might be like coated stainless or something. I'm not sure, but I like the pattern. It looks like kind of a revolver dealio. Got a kind of a matching standoff / lanyard tube there in the back. I like it. It's got some nice micarta. Again, I always say when I'm talking about these Vosteeds, this is the Tala that I reviewed recently. This micarta is not the best quality micarta, but it's budget micarta, you know? These are budget knives, so they have budget micarta. It's just what you'd expect. The blade here is 14C28N, and this thing is ground very thin. If you watched my Tala review, I think this was like something crazy, like 8 or 9 thousandths behind the edge. This is the same. We're gonna measure it here in a second, but man, good job, Vosteed, with the grinding your blades. I love to see that. The blade stock isn't crazy thick either. It's like actually on the thinner side. And that measurement behind the edge is so nice and thin. So very cool. Excellent sharpening choil / choke up area. Really tight radius on the plunge grind. So, I mean, already you have a ton of space there, but that's even better. The action, you have a reverse flick and you have a front flipper. Both work really well. This front flipper is great leverage. Slam this thing out, man. Black coated blade that has been actually a little bit of a stone wash. It's not just pure black. You can see some stone wash effect going on there. Drop point blade. Pretty good amount of belly. I think this will be a really good cutter. We are going to do a cut test with it, so stay tuned for that. The lock bar has a little bit of jimping on there for grip. There's good access to it. And this thing's smooth, man. Yep, nice and smooth. The jimping is widely spaced, but it's actually grippy. Nice and grippy. It's a nice long row of it too. Even have some jimping back here on the micarta that I just now noticed. Right there. And oh yeah, there's a little bit right here too. That's kind of cool. This thing is really comfortable. This is the kind of knife that you could just grip and cut like a crap ton of cardboard. Just, you know, marathon through some cardboard, and it's just that comfortable. Yeah, I mean, great action, very smooth, 14C, contoured scales, deep carry clip that's inset, great sharpening choil, great choke up spot. It's really got a lot of stuff going for it, a lot of stuff. I think I like it better than the Tala because of the action, you know. This has a crossbar lock, which if you like crossbar locks, then you like it. For me, I'm not much of a crossbar lock guy anymore. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of them. They don't have great detents ever. They're always kind of mushy. And I would rather have a liner or a frame lock or something like that with a nice crispy detent, a nice smooth fall shed action. I just like that more, personally. So I think I prefer this over the Tala. I think they've got a pretty good design here. I think it's going to cut really nicely, like I said. Oh yeah, we got a measure here. I want to show you how thin this is. It is pretty nuts. We've got 8 thousandths right there, and then up toward the tip. Goes up to 12 thousandths. Oh baby, that is good, man. That is so thin. Obviously, behind the edge thickness isn't everything when we're talking about sliciness. It also has to have a thin blade stock. And this isn't like insanely thin, but it's on the thin side for as far as pocket knives go. 118 thousandths. So this thing is going to slice. There's just no doubt. It's going to slice well. And we're going to see for sure when we do the cut test coming up soon. But rest assured, it will. So there you go. There's some new knives. We got the tiny little Main Street in Ultim. We have the Rosecraft blades, Beaver Creek Barlow in the gray bone, and the Vosteed Acorn. Bam! There you go. Hope you enjoyed. Please like the video before you head out. I'd appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.